Can you apply for everything on your own to come and study in Canada? Do you need to go to a local agent in your country to apply, or is it all possible on your own? How long does it take? What if you're refused? What if you're approved? Next steps? And how to plan your immigration after your studies inside Canada. Hello, my name is Reza and I work with the Ingwe Canada Licensed Immigration Team, helping applicants to move to Canada. Whether it's for yourself, your kids, your business, or all of the above, we make it happen. Let's jump into these questions and answers. Number 1, can you apply for everything on your own to come and study in Canada? Do you need to go to a local agent in your country to apply, or is it all possible on your own? Answer is yes. Of course you can do the entire process on your own. And no, you don't need any agent to process your application for the school or IRCC, the study permit and visa application process. Some education agents may push you towards specific programs or schools in a region or province which you don't really want to. But guess what? It's all about the commission they receive from the schools. Sure, everyone gets paid a commission from the schools, even us, but you have to leave the choice up to the student, which is you. How long does the entire process take? From the time you apply to the school, receive the admission, and then apply for your study visa or permit and receive a decision from the embassy to come to Canada, don't estimate anything under 6 months. We start our students' applications and admissions 10 to 12 months in advance in order to access the highest demand programs at the schools, which fill up very quickly. Do you need to pay for the whole 1-year tuition in advance? Yes, under the Student Direct Stream, also known as SDS, which is processed here in Edmonton, Canada. And the answer to the same question would be no if you apply under the regular study permit application program, which is processed in your local embassy in your home country. How much does it cost? The lowest tuition out there in any public college for an undergraduate diploma or certificate is approximately 9,000 Canadian dollars. The highest tuition you can find is approximately 55,000 Canadian dollars a year, which would be a branded, top-notch Masters in Business Administration program in a recognized university. And of course, the average tuition for college and university programs can range from 16,000 Canadian dollars to 20,000 Canadian dollars per year. This tuition depends on whether you're applying to a college, a university, if it's an undergraduate program or it's a very niche program, and the region or province where the school is located. There's a program for almost any tuition budget out there. I'm only talking about public schools here because after graduation, you can become eligible for a postgraduate work permit. Unlike private schools and colleges where you don't have access to this post-graduation program. What documents and information do you need to include in your study permit application? Here's a quick overview of what you really need. Besides needing your letter of acceptance from the school in Canada, hopefully unconditional, a valid passport, national ID, birth certificates, and completing all the fields in the IRCC web portal, here are the supporting documents you may need. Everything to be in either French or English or officially translated. Proof of funds to support yourself in Canada, either your own funds or from your financial sponsor. Proof of funds that you have cash in the account or investments and properties, yours or your parents or your financial sponsors. In case of applying under the Student Direct Stream, you will need to provide the approved $10,000 GIC from a Canadian bank, and proof of advance 1-year tuition paid to the Canadian school. Proof of language and other documents that prove that you meet the eligibility criteria of the program you have been accepted to in Canada. All previous educational transcripts and degree copies. So if it's either high school or maybe another post-secondary degree you already did in your home country, this is required as your supporting documentation. You're a mature student, you will need a resume for your professional history and existing proof of your employment. And of course, everyone needs a statement of purpose, also known as a study plan, which outlines why you want to study in Canada and how it will help you in your future or existing career path, and what your plans are after graduation. Why did you pick Canada over other countries, especially your home country? Refer to our previous YouTube study plan video here, where we can explain the key factors to include and what not to include. Remember, each person's profile and case is unique and different. So you may need to add more supporting documents or less. No one case is ever the same. How much money do I need to show to IRCC when applying for a Canadian study permit? If the student paid the tuition for the first year, they would need to show at least 10,000 Canadian dollars for the first year's living expenses, which can also be covered by the GIC, the $10,000 GIC, if you're applying under the student direct stream. Your parents or financial sponsors' bank statements and investments or deposits can also cover this. For younger students and fresh graduates, keep the minimum as a threshold and include assets from your parents, such as properties and or company shares. Keep in mind that your financial sponsors can be anywhere in the world, not just from your home country. Is the SDS or student direct stream really faster post-COVID-19? It used to be that pre-COVID-19, within 2 weeks processing time, your visa application would be approved under this SDS stream. Now it's 2 to 3 months at least. So the only reason you would want to apply for the SDS program instead of the regular study permit is the approval rate, which is 98% versus the regular stream, which is higher refusals. The processing times are not an advantage anymore for SDS, which was the case before the year 2020. What if you refuse? You can reapply anytime and any number of times, but you want to make sure you apply for the case officer's refusal notes before you reapply for your visa in order to understand their concerns so you can address these in your new application. Don't reapply blindly. You also have the option of judicial review, which is the first step in federal court appeals for your study permit. Yes, you can appeal almost any type of immigration application in Canadian federal courts, even if you've never stepped foot in the country before. We will be posting a YouTube video next month on the federal court appeal process for immigration purposes. We handle refusals all the time, so make sure you work with somebody who has expertise in this area. And how to plan your immigration after you start your studies inside Canada? Well, this is a big question. Make sure your school and program is eligible for postgraduate work permit. We recommend BC, Ontario, or Newfoundland for graduate level university students, which allows them to apply for permanent residency directly after graduation without a job offer or work experience. For other students, your best bet is express entry after graduating and using your postgraduate work permit to gain valuable Canadian work experience. Make sure you plan your studies and eventual PR in Canada in advance before you apply to the school for your studies. Don't just apply for the sake of applying and come here without knowing the exact steps you need to take for your conversion to PR after your studies. If you're thinking about immigrating to Canada through studies, whether it's help with your admission, reviewing your study plan or statement of purpose, handling your entire application, well, you're at the right place. We are licensed in Canada and we help applicants like yourself and your families, whether for education, skilled workers, family sponsorship, or business immigration. I can guarantee you one main point. You will know exactly what to expect, the entire process clearly laid out for you, all the risks identified, and where we can provide you with 100% support as our client. No surprises, just results. We have a $1 million liability insurance which protects you and us from fraud or mistakes. Our team speaks over 8 languages and we help applicants from over 47 different countries during their Canadian immigration process. Click the link below this video and get a free assessment. And if you already know what you want, your timeline is clear, and you're ready to apply, 100% serious applicants only, then you can also book a one-on-one session with me using the consultation link in the description of this video. And of course, if you have questions regarding Canadian immigration, remember that we're here every week on our live schedule with YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern North America Standard Time, where we answer all of your questions for free on the spot. Take care, everyone. See you soon.